Hey you guys, namaste, this is me, Diara, and this is another pick a card reading. This is a timeless guidance for you. This can be about any topic whatsoever. If this is about love for you, this can be about love. If you have something in mind that's more job related or about your spiritual path, your life purpose, like a general message, maybe especially now for the month of December, since it's the beginning of December that I'm uploading this message. This can also be about these topics, okay? You decide. This is an open message for you, meant for you whenever you find it, regardless of the time frame that I'm uploading this video. So whenever you find this and whenever you feel drawn to this reading, this is meant for you, okay? So you can choose between these three piles. I think a lot of you guys are already familiar. You know how it goes. These readings here on YouTube, they are all based on the law of attraction. That means you choose from your intuition. I did not place any like little things like crystal stones or stuff like that on top of the piles purposely. Today I did that really purposely because I want you to make your choice from your gut feeling, okay? Independently of the item that you think is guiding you, try to focus a little bit more on yourself, not so much on the outside, more on yourself. What is your gut telling you? Maybe you immediately heard a number even. This is how it goes for me, by the way. When I do pick a card readings from fellow readers, I immediately, when I click the reading, I do hear a number. So I think this is because I'm hyper, I'm clairaudient. So maybe for you, it's more like the vision. Yeah, so you see a pile and you feel drawn to this one. So whatever, okay? Let me get started here with this timeless guidance, this timeless message for you. Pile number one. Let's start with pile number one. I will place the others a little bit aside. And let's focus now on pile number one. What's your guidance? What's your message? We have the moon, big happy changes, woo, forgiveness, oh, and worthiness. Wow, this is a beautiful pile. Pile number one. I mean, really. The moon speaks about femininity. I think together with the worthiness card and the forgiveness card, I think you did a lot when it comes to self-worth, self-love, healing issues, like healing your inner child, maybe family affairs, things like that. Also, like healing yourself, but not for the sake of someone else, but for your own sake, I'm hearing, which is so beautiful, right? Isn't it? I mean, actually, and I just taught a yoga class about that topic. Actually, it's about you here in this lifetime. Yes, it's good to have close friends and maybe a lover or a life partner, like maybe children, kids, stuff like that. Of course, this is what most of the people are looking for, actually. But at the end of the day, this lifetime here is all about you and your worthiness and your growth and your purpose and your spirituality. And it's about what you want. Yes. And it's good that it's about what you want. I mean, your wishes and desires, what you long for, these things are telling you something about yourself. The moon is indicating, together with the big happy chances for sure. I mean, you don't need to be a talented card reader to see this here almost jumping out of the picture, that the spirit is letting you know that you will enter a time now where you feel at ease and at peace with the way things are. Maybe you have been struggling in the past a lot. Maybe there have been some fights. Maybe there have been some issues that you had to get rid of, like arguments, discussions. Maybe you got fired in the past even, like something like that. Or maybe you said that, hey, you know what? I want to go. I quit. I don't know. Whatever was, Spirit is now letting you know that big happy changes are on its way. And for some of you, this is maybe almost like a miracle. You can't believe it. Now that you hear me saying that, you will be like, no, I cannot believe it. I want to believe it, but I can't believe it because it sounds too promising. It sounds too good. I've heard that a few times before and it never really happened for me. I don't know what's wrong. Maybe I'm not okay. Maybe I have to do this or that a little bit more in order to achieve what I want. But now Spirit is letting you know that no, everything is okay with you. You don't have to struggle anymore. You don't have to chase, hunt, fight for what you want, because it's coming. I mean, big happy chances. To be honest with you, pile number one, I cannot recall having gotten this card in another reading in the past. Not only once. I can really not recall that this card wanted to come out, that this card wanted to present itself. Life is going to bring you, to offer you a chance, a huge opportunity, okay? Your love oracle card is give your relation a chance. And I do see this in a broad way. I don't see this card only in a love related way, although, as I said, you can see it the way you want to see it, right? This is your reading and yours alone. Also, please remember, this is a general reading, though. This is nothing really personal. So try to be objective, at least try to be objective as good as it's possible. But definitely, I feel that chances are coming, opportunities, possibilities. I don't know, maybe all of a sudden you will get a phone call. I mean, it happened to me. Did I ever tell you this little story? I am a yoga teacher, you know, I'm one out of 10,000 yoga teachers. And I mean, really, there are so many yoga teachers these days. You can get all these teacher training courses, even online these days, you know. It was a little bit differently back when I did my teacher training course. But anyways, so one day, out of the blue, really, I was sitting in the office. I will never forget it. I think it was a Wednesday. It's years ago, okay? But still, I know it was a Wednesday and it was in the afternoon. It was about to be like 4 p.m. My cell phone ringed, and I took the phone and I said, yes, hello, who is it? And then, you know, like, because I was in the office and my colleagues were sitting around me. And then someone said like, yes, hello, good afternoon, Mrs. Diop. My name is Julia. I'm calling you from an agency, and we are looking for a yoga teacher who is willing and able to create a yoga program for us, and who is probably even willing to be the model. We are creating a DVD, you know what I mean, like a CD for a yoga program together with a big German women's magazine. And that was just a rehearsal, you know, like a casting. They called different yoga teachers. I was just one of them, but believe it or not, I got the job. Bam! Yes. Do I have my DVD over here? Do I have it close? No, I don't have it here. But yeah, so if you ever want to do yoga with me, I mean, the DVD is on, do you say DVD in English? It sounds a little bit weird. In Germany, we say DVD. Yeah, but it's supposed to be like V. Yeah, I think it's like that. But anyways, I think you still know what I mean. It's like a CD, you know, like, and you can look at it. Yeah, you can train with the teacher, but you don't have to go to a yoga studio if you are short in time or you don't want to spend the money for the studio, because yoga is quite expensive. Yeah, but anyways, I just want to let you know that something like that can happen to you, pile number one. Really, something like that can literally happen to you, whether this is job or love related. Once again, it doesn't have to be job related. It doesn't have to be love related. It can be maybe a mixture about both of the topics. Yeah. Maybe this is an overall change and transformation that you are going through, and forgiveness is playing a role. You will forgive yourself. You will forgive the past. You will forgive others for treating you bad, for having done X, Y, that to you. You know, like, these things are over with. And really give your relation and give yourself and give life another chance, okay? Give yourself another chance. Work on yourself. Work on your relationships, your friendships, your situationships. Do not sell yourself below price, though. I think, and I hope that this goes without saying. And is there any other advice from Spirit how you should act in this situation? Anything more specific? Yeah, keep your balance. Okay, keep your balance. This is the Temperance card. Everything that's meant to be will be. Keep your balance, stay calm, okay? Do one step at a time. I mean, yes, it was back then, you know, like, it was a big fortune for me to be the one for this, like yoga project, but still it was a lot of work. It didn't happen from one day to the other, right? I mean, the moment they called me, okay, that was easy. That was the easy part. But then the harder part begins, because I had to sit down and I had to, like write this whole script, and I had to perform it in front of, I don't know, 10,000 cameras. I was super excited and nervous and blah, blah, blah. So, I mean, this is just a little example from my life. I don't want to bore you with my little stories here, but I just want to, and I have to remind you here, because the card is bringing it up, that we have to take it easy. Sometimes, like we want everything now. Yeah, we are excited. We are ready. We don't want to wait any day longer. But sometimes we have to wait. And sometimes I do compare that with a pregnancy. You know what I mean? You get pregnant in an instant, but then you have to wait 40 weeks. Sometimes even 41 or 42 weeks. It depends. Because babies, they don't always come, like at the specific point of time. So you have to be patient. But things are happening. If you cannot see them happening right now, this is taking place behind the scenes, so to say, but they are happening, and big, big happy chances, pile number 1, are coming your way. And this brings a lot of abundance and worthiness. You will finally be able to see your own value. Other people will see your own value, and they will appreciate that. They will let you know that, hey, you know what? You are so talented. You are so gifted. I want you. You are the one. Okay. And this is like, soothing all your scars, emotional scars and disappointments from the past. Right. So yeah, wow, wonderful. I could I could keep on talking about this pile, because this is such a beautiful pile. I think I have to go on now to pile number 2. Thank you, pile number 1, for listening. Thank you for being with me. Please share, like, and subscribe to my channel. Okay. Don't you forget that. Thank you very much. So let's move on to pile number 2. Pile number 2. If you have chosen pile number 2, what is your timeless guidance and message? What's about to come? Page of Coins. The situation will improve. Sense. Spirit wants you to know that every situation, every person, everything that happens is there for a reason. Yeah, it makes sense. At the end of the day, it will make sense. It probably doesn't make sense right away. And you are like, okay, I don't understand that. I don't understand the situation. Why am I constantly finding myself at the same places? And you know what I mean? When you have doubts and when you are struggling with some things, especially the things that are repeating themselves. But this is happening for a reason, okay? Wow, wholeness. This is as good as pile number 2. 1, my goodness, why am I constantly saying 1 or 2? Maybe because you should also listen to pile number 1 here. Maybe this is the reason why I'm constantly mixing up these 2 numbers. And yeah, in reality, the message is quite close. It's quite similar. Wholeness, abundance. This is coming. Speak your truth. Stand up. Speak up. Be brave. Be courageous. You don't have to be in the shadow of someone else. You are worthy and you are valuable. You are precious. You know stuff and you are good enough. And you know what you want. I feel like you know what you want, and you do not have to compare yourself with others. Neither do you have to step back in order to please others. Okay, because you think they are better, and yes, there are so many talented and gifted people out there. Don't you get me wrong. I mean, yes, you can be good and a great teacher or whatever, but others, they are also good. And this is okay. We can all be good, and we can all be, beautiful, shining, courageous, brave, there's room and space for every one of us. And this is why we constantly say, hey, you guys, don't you compare yourself with others. Don't you compete. This makes no sense. You don't have to do that. You are whole and worthy enough all by yourself. So Spirit really wants you to speak your truth. Okay. Don't copy others. Don't try to be like others. Who said this? Like, be yourself. Everyone else is already taken. Who said that? I don't know. Was it Einstein or someone like that said that, right? Don't try to be like others or someone else because you think like, yes, I have to be like him and I have to be like her because otherwise people won't like me or whatnot. And maybe you are only afraid of being criticized, by the way, which is pretty common. I think I would say 90% of the people globally spoken here, like no matter where they live, which country, which religion or whatnot, I would say 90% of the people are afraid of being criticized. And this can happen, because you have self-worth issues, right? But anyhow, I can tell you that your situation is going to improve. I feel like you have a specific issue in mind. When you clicked on this video, you had a specific question in mind. And I feel that for the majority of you, I have the feeling this has to do with a job-related situation. Once again, it's a general reading. I read for a lot of people. It can be about love for you. If you want this to be about love, about your crush, your soulmate, your twin flame, your person, your situationship, maybe it's complicated, you know what? But the answer here, very clear, very straightforward. The situation will improve. Full stop. Okay, that's the answer to your question. If you had a specific question in mind, Spirit is telling you the situation will improve. Reconciliation is your oracle card. Okay, so beautiful. If there was a fight, if there was an argument, if there has been some kind of misunderstanding, I mean, communication is not easy, right? I wrote it today on my Instagram account. I don't know if you are yet following me on Instagram. You can do so. I'm posting almost every day a little bit of my daily life. And today I posted something about communication and that communication is not easy. It's, what someone says and what the other ones understands sometimes can be the complete opposite. Do you know what I mean? And this has also to do with the law of attraction, by the way, but also with a lot of other things, it depends on your mood, what you understand. Someone says something to you and they don't mean it in a bad way, but you get it in a wrong way, right? You will be like, hey, how can you say something like that? That was mean. And although they didn't mean it in a bad way at all, right? And probably if you sleep a night over it, the other day you will see it in a different light as well. So communication has a lot to do with A, the one who speaks. Yes, of course. But also be the one who is listening, right? So it's not only what you listen and what you hear, it's also about what you understand. And what you understand has to do with yourself and not with the other party, okay? Reconciliation is on its way. Invitations, good times, juvenile energy, a really fresh blossoming spirit is entering your life. Slowly. It's not overnight. Yeah, it's a slow grow, but there's nothing bad about that, right? The people who are about to approach you, pile number 2, I can tell you, they are very serious. These are no superficial people, who don't care really and who maybe even speak bad behind your back or, who have two faces and who are wishy-washy. No. The people who are approaching you now, they mean it serious. And this is what you always wanted. Okay. And I don't know who is coming, if this is probably a possible coworker or a possible new job, maybe for those where this reading is a little bit more job related, or maybe this speaks about a new love. This can definitely also be about a true love, right? A new love that's entering. And this time it's going to be serious. It's going to be honest and serious, and it's going to be completely new, right? And once this happens, you will look back and you will finally understand that, yeah, everything that I have been through before happened for a reason. And now I do understand that. I needed all these past experiences to finally achieve and get the abundance and the beautiness and the healthiness of my new situation, right? Is there anything else Spirit would like you to know regarding of what should you do Is there something specific that you can do right now? Yeah, Queen of Coins. Once again, coins, earth, slowly movements, slowly but surely. Again, you should definitely listen to pile number 1. I think these two messages are somehow connected. I was in pile number 1, I was speaking about pregnancy. And with a little bit fantasy, you can imagine this woman being pregnant, like she's holding her fetus, like in her hands, so to say. And pregnancy is not happening overnight, like you're not done with it within 2 weeks. No, it takes 40 weeks, 9 months, sometimes even longer, right? I was just speaking with a midwife the other day, and she said she's working as a midwife already for 30 years, 30 years. And she said the longest that she's experienced when it comes to pregnancy and the delivery of the baby was 21 days over the expected delivery date. Yeah, you have to be patient. It's sometimes things, they need their own time. They are happening in their own time. This is also a message of divine timing here, I'm feeling. But everything will happen and the situation will definitely improve. This is a clear yes and a green light. If this would be a traffic light here, this is going to be your green light. Yes, your path is open and free, and wow, just go for it, okay? It will all turn out in a perfect way. Wow, great message for you. So let's move on. Pile number 3. Pile number 3, welcome. So this is your timeless guidance, your message. 9 of Swords, listen to your intuition, creativity, and support. Okay, I'm getting here something. I'm hearing that you are right now in a place where you are questioning yourself. Maybe you had to do something. You had to perform. You've had a project that you were responsible for. I'm speaking about job here. Can be other stuff as well, of course. Can be about love, but I will start with the job message that I'm getting because I'm getting it quite clear. And I feel like you were not satisfied with yourself. You feel like, oh, I should have done it differently. I should have said this. I should have done this. Others are better than me. Maybe you are comparing yourself. You are having sleepless nights over something. Something happened and now you are in doubt and you are, questioning yourself. You are really questioning yourself. You think like you should have done something differently. And you are kind of regretting, so to say, what happened. But Spirit is letting you know that no, it's all good. You are good enough, for sure. You are good enough, and you don't have to worry and you don't have to question yourself so badly. Yes, I mean, we can always improve. We can always grow and develop, of course, and we are supposed to in this lifetime. This is why we're here for. It's not about standing still and always doing the same things in the same way, right? It's about to change and to transform and to learn. But you should not be too harsh on yourself here. Maybe you are a perfectionist and now since what happened, you are like, oh, I wish I would have a second chance here so I could do it even better. But Spirit is letting you know that you did it in a perfect way already. You are enough, okay? You are very, very creative. It can be that your creativity is overwhelming others. Others are probably not able to keep up with your creativity, but this is not your problem, okay? This is their problem. If there are too much inside their own box, and not able to think and move outside the box, this is not your problem, okay? This is their problem. I feel like people are even jealous about you and what you do. Let me just tell you that, okay? I think a lot of those who choose pile number 3 are in the artistic field. Maybe you are a songwriter, a singer, maybe you can play the piano, maybe you are an artist, you can be a teacher in whatsoever way, like me, I'm a yoga teacher, and maybe you teach beautiful and very challenging classes. classes that are outstanding in a very special way. It's about how you speak, what music you use, and stuff like that. And this can cause jealousy. Yeah, this can cause jealousy. People will come to your class. This is just an example, okay? I know not every one of you is a yoga teacher. Just as an example, people are coming to your class and they will immediately feel how talented you are and that something very special is going on during your classes and with the way that you teach and stuff like that. And this is not always bringing up only positive feelings, especially if space is limited. And actually, you know, like honestly spoken, space is always somehow limited. I mean, yes, there is enough space for everyone, but not everyone is always getting a fair chance in order so they can be who they want to be and what they want to be, right? I always say not everyone wins the lottery. Not everyone wins the lottery. Everyone wants to win the lottery. It would be a beautiful thing if we all could win the lottery, you know, but this is not happening for all of us. And this is why things can cause jealousy. People are being very picky with you, criticizing you, you know, trying to, you know, like push you down a little bit, you know, like, hey, you know what? Yes, you are a good teacher, but okay, you are not that good. I mean, there are so many other teachers who are at least as good as you are. Yes, okay. I don't have a problem with that. Do you? Okay, do you know what I mean? So don't you take critic and feedback too serious. It has to do with the way you are thinking, and you are over, how you say it, over the average creative. There is, you know what I mean? You are over the average creative in whatever field and branch you are working. This stands out, and everything that stands out can attract people who are only looking for the failures. So take it easy. It's all good. You are better than good, and you don't have to hide yourself behind others. You are supported. Spirit is supporting you. You are protected. Yeah, know that you are supported by spirit and by your spirit team and by universe. Universe has your back. You don't have to worry. I mean, there always will be challenges, you know, like, and lessons that we have to learn, no matter how talented we are and how good we are. Everyone has their own topics to deal with. Everyone out there, right? But don't you be too harsh with yourself. It's all good. What you've done was good enough. It was probably even, as I said, so good that others couldn't cope with it. But once again, this is their problem, not yours, right? You are setting standards here, I'm hearing. Yeah. Knight of Wands. This is fire energy. Sagittarius, Leo, Aries. You know, I'm not an astrologist, and I don't know, since I'm German, I don't know all the signs in English. I do know them in German, but not always in English. But I hope I said them right here, like Leo and Sagittarius, and I think it's Aries. I'm not 100% sure, but anyways, this is fire energy. This is passion. This is being dedicated. This is being excited about what you do. You know what you do, and you will achieve it. You will get it, you know? You are the one, my dear. Whoever choose this pile, this could be the one is coming out as your oracle card. So I tell you that you are on top of your game. You are the one. Probably this has to do with love. Good for you then. Okay. I personally do see this pile here a little bit more job related, to be honest with you. But hey, as I said in the beginning, if you want this to be love and you came here to this pile because you have a specific person in mind and you would like to know whether this is leading into something committed, yes. The answer is a straightforward yes, no doubt about it, okay? So don't you worry. The answer is yes, this could be the one, but it's not only that this could be the one, you are the one. Do you hear that? You are the one. You are on top of your game. You are good. You are outstanding. You are something special. Right? And not everyone can cope with you. But once again, this is their problem and not yours. Wow. Isn't that a great message? I mean, honestly, you guys, imagine that you have the power to overwhelm others. And I tell you what, even though these people feel probably overwhelmed by you, still this is something good, because this is then for them an opportunity to grow and to learn and to develop themselves and to think about their box, right? And to think about in every directions, not being too, like too stagnant and too much into, like the routine, the daily routine. It's good having a routine, but sometimes, like you have to level it up a little bit. And yeah, I mean, this could be the one is really the cherry on top of your cake, as Rainbow Harmony is always saying it. And I like that, because maybe you are not focused on love at all right now, because you are so much into your projects and you want everything to be 100% right and good and stuff like that. But Spirit is letting you know, like, hey, maybe there's even an opportunity for you to get to know this special one even here on top, especially since you are probably not looking for this person. And now is the exact right moment for this person to enter your life, because you are open. You are open, you are free. And yeah, wow, this is a beautiful message. I want to thank you here for being with me, listening to my readings. Feel free to check out my channel. I have a lot of other readings out there. I do upload on a regular basis. And if you ever want something more personal, please feel free to contact me. Okay, this is my website. So this is it for today. Namaste, you guys. Bye.